Most product photos fail before editing even begins, and the real reason might surprise you. Welcome back to the channel where we uncover the best camera lens for product photography with real-world insights, hidden drawbacks, and creator-focused advice. Stay with me, because today's lens could completely transform your product shots. Links are waiting below if something fits your setup. Canon f50mm f/1.8 SDM lens. A tiny lens changed more beginner photographers into paid creators than most expensive camera bodies ever did. That's the strange power of the Canon f50mm f/1.8 SDM. At first glance, it looks almost too simple. Small, lightweight, affordable. But the moment you shoot product photos with it, everything starts feeling sharper, cleaner, and more professional. Here's the real issue most people face before buying a lens for product photography: they spend hours fixing dull images in editing apps because their kit lens can't create natural depth or crisp subject separation. Products look flat. Lighting feels lifeless. And customers scroll away instantly. This lens quietly fixes that problem. The f/1.8 aperture creates soft background blur that makes watches, cosmetics, gadgets, or handmade items stand out with a polished studio-style look. For creators searching for the best camera lens for product photography on a budget, that difference feels immediate. And there's another surprise. The SDM motor keeps autofocus smooth and quiet, especially useful for video content, TikTok product clips, and YouTube reviews. Compared to the Canon 24mm pancake lens, the 50mm delivers stronger background compression and richer close-up framing, though it does require more shooting distance indoors. Now the honest downside. The plastic build doesn't feel premium. In tight spaces, the focal length can sometimes feel restrictive too. But image quality punches far above its price category. This lens is perfect for beginner photographers, small business owners, Etsy sellers, and content creators wanting cleaner product shots without overspending. Some upgrades look impressive on paper. This one quietly changes how your work feels the second the shutter clicks. Canon RF100 400mm f5.628. A single lens can completely change how people feel about a product photo, and surprisingly, it's not always the most expensive glass that creates that effect. The Canon RF100 400mm f5.628 is USM quietly solves a problem many creators struggle with: getting clean subject separation without making images look flat or artificial. That matters in product photography more than most beginners realize. Here's where things get interesting. Many photographers buy wide lenses expecting sharper product shots, only to fight distortion, messy backgrounds, and weak compression. This telephoto lens approaches things differently. The longer focal range creates a polished, premium look that makes products appear more cinematic and visually controlled. That's why some creators now consider telephoto options when searching for the best camera lens for product photography setups focused on luxury items, watches, sneakers, collectibles, and branded content. The image stabilization helps handheld shooting feel smoother than expected. Autofocus stays responsive and quiet too, especially on Canon RF bodies. For social media creators and YouTube reviewers, that convenience saves time during fast shooting sessions. But there's a trade-off. The variable aperture isn't ideal for extremely dark environments. Compared to the Canon RF 7200mm f/4 liters, this lens sacrifices some low light power and premium build quality. Still, the price gap makes the RF 100 400mm much easier for growing creators to justify. This lens fits photographers who want compressed backgrounds, sharp detail, and more creative flexibility without entering ultra-premium territory. Some lenses simply record a product. This one gives ordinary objects the kind of presence that makes people stop scrolling halfway through their day. Tamron 17 to 70mm f/2.8D. A single blurry product photo can quietly destroy trust before a customer even reads the price, and that's exactly why lens choice matters more than most creators realize. The Tamron 17 to 70mm f/2.8D3 of VCRXD feels built for creators who are tired of switching between multiple lenses just to get one clean shot. And honestly, that convenience becomes addictive fast. Here's the problem many photographers face. A lot of lenses look sharp in daylight but struggle indoors, lose detail around edges, or force you into awkward distances during product shoots. This Tamron solves that with a flexible zoom range and constant f/2.8 aperture that keeps images bright and beautifully controlled. That changes workflow immediately. At 17mm, you can capture desk setups, studio environments, or lifestyle scenes. Zoom to 70mm, and suddenly small product textures, labels, and fine details pop with a more premium feel. For creators searching for the best camera lens for product photography on Sony APS-C systems, this balance between versatility and sharpness is hard to ignore. The built-in VC stabilization also helps handheld shooting feel smoother during video work. That's a huge relief for solo creators filming reels, unboxings, or review content without heavy rigs. Still, it's not flawless. Compared to the Sony 16 to 55mm f/2.8G, the Tamron is slightly bulkier. Autofocus is excellent, but extreme edge sharpness at wider focal lengths can soften a little in demanding setups. Even so, the value feels incredibly practical. This lens fits YouTubers, product photographers, e-commerce sellers, and hybrid shooters wanting one reliable setup instead of carrying 3 separate lenses. Some gear simply records images. This lens makes products feel like they already belong in someone's hands. Sony Cell 2470 E-mount camera. A blurry product photo can silently destroy trust before a customer even reads the price, and that's exactly why serious creators obsess over lenses like the Sony Cell 2470 This lens feels built for people tired of fighting soft edges, inconsistent focus, and dull lighting during product shoots. The FE 24 to 70mm f2.8G Master creates sharp detail that instantly makes watches, gadgets, cosmetics, and studio setups feel premium without forcing hours of editing afterward. That changes everything for online sellers and content creators. One moment you're struggling to make products look professional. The next, tiny textures suddenly pop with depth and realism. The constant f2.8 aperture helps maintain clean exposure while creating that polished background separation buyers subconsciously connect with higher-end brands. Now let's talk about the real-world issue. Many photographers searching for the best camera lens for product photography end up choosing ultra-cheap zoom lenses that lose sharpness under studio lighting or produce frustrating focus breathing during video work. This G-Master lens solves much of that with reliable autofocus, rich contrast, and edge-to-edge clarity that feels consistently dependable. Still, there's a trade-off. The lens is expensive and heavier than compact alternatives like the Sigma 24 to 70mm ART. If portability matters more than premium optical performance, Sigma may feel easier to carry for long sessions. But for hybrid creators balancing product photography, commercial video, YouTube work, and client shoots, the Sony Cell 2470 delivers a level of visual polish that quietly elevates every frame. Some lenses simply capture objects. This one captures the feeling that the product already belongs in someone's hands. Canon RF100 f2. 8 liters macro. A single blurry product photo can quietly destroy trust before a customer even reads the price, and that's exactly why serious creators obsess over lenses like the Canon RF100 f2. 8 liters macro is USM. This lens doesn't just capture detail. It exposes texture, depth, and tiny imperfections most lenses completely miss. That matters more than people realize. Many photographers struggle with product shots that feel flat, soft, or lifeless, especially when shooting jewelry, watches, cosmetics, or handcrafted items. Smartphone cameras sharpen everything artificially, while cheaper lenses often fail to separate the subject from the background naturally. The RF100 changes that with razor-sharp macro performance and stunning subject isolation. The first thing you notice is clarity. Tiny engravings suddenly look cinematic. Fabric textures feel touchable. Reflections become easier to control. For creators searching for the best camera lens for product photography, this level of precision creates a massive difference in how premium a product appears online. and the stabilization helps more than expected. Handheld close-up shooting feels smoother, especially for content creators filming reels, product showcases, or tabletop videos without a heavy studio setup. Still, there are trade-offs. The focal length can feel tight in smaller rooms, and beginners may need time adjusting to macro focusing distances. Compared to the Canon RF85mm f2 macro, this lens costs more and demands better technique, but it also delivers cleaner detail, stronger compression, and more professional-looking results. This lens makes the most sense for e-commerce photographers, commercial creators, luxury product shooters, and serious hobbyists building a polished visual brand. Some lenses document products. This one makes ordinary objects feel dangerously expensive.